Hey guys, welcome back to another live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everybody's doing great. We're back here live on YouTube to analyze, trade, and learn. We're just getting started right now. If this is your first time joining the live, then welcome. It's great to have you here. What I do on the live is analyze the Forex market. I look at things like pairs like gold, GBP USD, AUD USD, USD JPY. And I also provide you guys with basic trading knowledge. This is a great place to learn about trading if you are a beginner. I do come live Monday to Thursday. First time I come live is around 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and the second time is around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a Telegram channel that's 100% free. You can join it. In the Telegram channel, you'll be able to get three trading signals, minimum three trade signals a week, and also some basic trading knowledge and trading motivation, inspiration, and all that. The link to the Telegram channel is listed in the description of this live. So just check it out and make sure to join it. All right. So we're going to get started with the analysis very soon. Let's get the likes to at least 5. If I can get everybody that's currently on the live right now to hit the thumbs button, the thumbs up button, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're watching this live after it has already been recorded, then please hit the thumbs up button as well, please. I really appreciate it. Let's share the live. We're going to get started very soon. Share the live, like the live. Okay, once we get to 5 likes, we can begin officially. So let's be quick, guys. Be quick. Let's get the likes to 5, guys. All right. Perfect. So we are officially at 5 likes. So without further ado, let's begin the analysis. We're going to take a look at gold, and then after that, we'll jump right into looking at AUD USD. Let me actually bring up all the pairs. Okay, so we'll take a look at AUD USD. Yeah. Okay. So I have AUD USD on the line, and then we will also look at GBP USD. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So GBP USD, I have it opened up here. Yeah, GPUSD, and then also, what is the other pair? I believe USD JPY as well. So let me open it up. Okay, so USD JPY. Okay, and also we have Bitcoin as well. So this is basically what we are going to be looking at and analyzing. Okay, so guys, let's get the likes up, hit the thumbs up button. There's over 10 of us watching the live right now, so if you can please hit the thumbs up button, that'll be greatly appreciated. Let's get started with gold here. So I'm checking gold. I'm going to quickly switch to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, and then I'm going to also delete all of these alerts. Yeah. So here's gold. Yesterday when we analyzed it, one of the areas that I said we should look for along for 3,757 actually played out. Okay, so price came there, and then we saw how it basically respected that level. It was able to push all the way to 3,778. Okay, and then from there it got rejected, and then now it's coming down. I do believe it's going to come down, from what I'm seeing. I think it's going to come down to this previous higher low. Okay, eventually it should come down to this previous higher low, 3,737. So when we are looking for buy, for opportunity to go long, we are going to look to go long around this area. So from 3,740, between that and 3,728 approximately. So from here to here, once gold gets there, this is going to be one good area to try to join the trend. Now, however, okay, if gold ends up, if it ends up closing a 1 hour candle below this previous higher low, okay, if it ends up closing a 1 hour candle below 3,737, then it's not going to be bearish. Okay, now it's going to be bearish, and then the price is most likely now going to start dropping back back to this low here. Okay, it's going to come down around 36.44, 36.60. This is where it's going to come. So just keep note of that. Once, if we end up closing a 1 hour candle below this low here, 3,737, then you want to go short on gold because it will end up selling massively. Okay, but if it doesn't do that, it just comes to it, crosses it, and then we end up going back up, then it's still going to continue the uptrend. Okay, but this, like, price of gold breaking below 3,737 means that it's going to be ending this current uptrend. Okay, so we have this current uptrend, internal uptrend on gold for the 1 hour time frame. So that's what it would be ending. Okay, that's why it's going to be ending. But the main uptrend, okay, which is on the daily time frame, would still be intact. Okay, So the main uptrend on the daily time frame will still be intact. The price was just going to be coming to retest this previous higher high and higher low on the daily time frame, and it's going to continue the uptrend, right? Because the main target where gold is supposed to be going to has not yet gotten reached. The main target is 3,870. So price has not gotten there yet. So I believe this uptrend on the daily time frame is going to continue until gold hits that target. Okay. So that is basically it. So we want to keep note of that. Until we get to that area, we're still going to be in a massive uptrend. Okay, and then just a quick reminder, the previous all-time high 3,500 is an area to look for long once gold comes to it later down the line. This is going to be a really good area to go long. Okay, so that is the analysis on gold. That was actually very quick. There's really not much to say. We are in an uptrend. Okay, previous higher high is right over here with the blue line. The top of the blue line is that. Okay, so that's 3,000 3,000 yeah, 3,757, and then higher low is around 3,737. Second higher low is right over here, 3,712. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to look to go long once it comes down to around 3,740. Okay, starting from 3,740, we can start going long there. And then 3,727, we start going long there. Okay. And yeah, so far the highest gold that's gone to is 3,790. Okay, 790 here, and it got rejected massively, right? So now when gold comes back and it breaks above 3,790, it is now going to go all the way, it's going to go all the way to 3,800, okay? So it'll go all the way to 3,800, and then 3,800 is a resistance, so there's a pretty good chance it's going to pull back down again once it gets there, okay? But yeah, once it clears 3,800, just know that it's going to now push to the next, it's gonna push all the way to 3,830. Okay, usually that's what happens once gold crosses like the hundreds. Okay, like 100, 200, it tends to now push to the 30s. Okay, so like 130 or 230 and so on. So from 30, this is where it's going to get to. And then once it crosses 30, it goes all the way to the 40s and so on. Okay, so just keep note of that. Like, yeah. So anyways, that is it for gold. Let me delete all this red line because it's just making my chart looks a bit messy here. So I think, yeah, that's it. I'm also going to delete this one because I don't really need it right now. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys understand the analysis on gold. There's not really much else to say for now. I did give a signal on the Telegram channel to go long. This is just a quick scalping opportunity for us to take because of the 5-minute time frame. Okay, the price has arrived at a really good area for it to bounce back up from. So I'm expecting it to bounce back up to at least 3,770. Okay, 3,770. And then when it gets there, it's going to most likely continue selling back down. Okay, so right now, if you're looking for quick scalping opportunity on gold, you want to take a long target 3,740 as you take profit, stop loss slightly below 3,750. Okay, so that's on gold. Now let's move on to AUD USD next on the line. Also today, after the analysis, we're going to learn about trading psychology. I'll be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks, things you can do to improve your trading psychology. So make sure to stick around for that as well. Okay, so like I said, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you have not yet liked this live, please hit the likes button. Let's get the likes to at least 10. and also share the live if you have anyone that is interested, someone that that's usually that likes looking at trading analysis, that wants to learn about trading. Make sure you share the live with them so that they can tune in and join the Telegram channel. If you're not in the Telegram channel, the link to the Telegram channel is on my bio, so make sure you check it out. Okay, so anyways, looking at AUD USD, looks like the signal, the buy that was taken a couple days ago, actually ended up playing out. The price made it to the target, which was all the way up here at 66.25. So we hit the target, but then when we came there, it got massively rejected. It got massively rejected. Hold on, let me just check something here. So we have this low. Okay. Okay, so I think AUDUSD is going to bounce back up again. Okay, it should bounce back up again because we have this low. Okay, just checking something here. Yeah, so AUDUSD hit our target. Okay, hit a target. I'm going to delete this, and I will also delete this here. Okay, and this one as well. We broke it, and right now it is at a good area to bounce back up to the current high. Okay, so AUDUSD, you want to go long where the price is at right now. I am anticipating for it to bounce back up to this current high. So to this current high, this is where it should return to, and then you want to set your stop loss slightly below this current low right here. Okay, but slightly below this current low is a good area to set your stop loss for AUDUSD. Yeah. So yeah, so that's AUDUSD. Okay. It is currently bearish, but then we got a change of character. The price basically broke out of this downtrend. We have a minor downtrend that's currently playing out, but then price broke out of it. So this is usually a sign that price wants to switch out of this downtrend back to an uptrend. So if that's the case, then we want to look to go long, and the price has now returned back to a good area for us to go long. So that's why you actually want to go long on USD/JPY, right? On AUD/USD. Okay, should go long on AUD/USD, and then yeah, target this high as your TP. Price could actually keep going higher. This is what I'm expecting based on let's check the daily time frame. Yeah, no, it's based on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, on the daily time frame, it will be coming back down eventually. From what I'm seeing, it will be coming back down eventually, but for now it should push back up. Okay, for now it should push back up, and then once it comes up to 66.41, this is going to be a good area to sell it. Okay, 66.41 is a good area to enter a sell for this pair here, AUD/USD. Okay, and I think it's going to go down. Like once it comes there, it will keep going back down, probably back to this low here. Okay, so yeah, in the short term we have slightly bullish move, but in the long term it's going to be bearish once it taps to 66.41. Okay, let's move on to GBP/USD next. Okay, GBP/USD is currently trading at 134.44. Okay, so that's the current price here what are we seeing here? It's been dropping since yesterday's analysis. Unfortunately, it looks like it did not make it to the second lower high where the yellow line is. Didn't make it there. You know, I was expecting it to get there because it broke out of this downtrend, but it didn't make it there. Okay, we just saw price consolidating up here at 35.27. It was just consolidating at that area and then eventually just reversed and started going down, you know. But if you guys remember in the beginning, I when we analyzed this, I told you guys it was bearish anyway. So one way or the other, it was going to eventually go down, okay? Because on the daily time frame, it is currently bearish. So on the daily time frame, GBP USD is currently bearish with a target of 127.25. This is where I'm expecting it to come down to eventually on the daily time frame. So for GBP USD right now, the best trades to be taking is a sell. Okay, you can target this 131.45 as your TP number one, and then 127.21 as your TP number two. Your stop loss, the best place to set your stop loss right now is the current higher high, or if you want to minimize it, you can also just set it above this. Okay, this high here, 37.27 is also not a bad area. You can set your stop loss there as well, because price breaks this, higher chance it's also most likely going to break that. Okay, so yeah, so for GPUSD right now, it is currently bearish. Reason because we had an uptrend. Okay, we had an uptrend here on the daily time frame. This is an internal uptrend that the price was in, but then what the market did is it broke below the previous higher low. Okay, so the previous higher low is here, the bottom of this white line. This is 133.74. We saw how the price broke below it right here. So since the price broke below this is usually the sign market is going to give you that it is about to end an uptrend and start a downtrend. So this is why we are entering a short because of that. Now, whenever price breaks above, breaks below the previous higher low, you don't want to short right away. The best thing to do is wait for the price to return back, okay, back above that higher low, right? It's going to eventually return back above the higher low and come to like a resistance that was created before breaking it. Now the resistance is either going to be in bearish fair value gap, okay, bearish fair value gap, or green candle followed by red candle. That is two types of resistance where price is going to go to and start selling off from. So that's exactly where you want to enter your short. You don't want to enter short right after price breaks that higher low, because it's not really a good time to enter short. You should always wait, practice patience, wait for the price to return back inside above it, so you are entering at a higher price instead of a lower price. Okay, when the price breaks the previous higher low, the next place where it tends to go to is the second higher low. Okay, so normally either there's two ways it can do that. Either when it breaks it, okay, as soon as it breaks the higher low, it can either go straight to the second higher low right away, or it will now retrace back inside above the higher low to the resistance and then come back to the second higher low. But GPUSD, what it did, it actually, after breaking this previous higher low, it went all the way down to the second higher low, and then it was able to now bounce back up. The second higher low, keep note of this, is an area that could also act as a strong support for the price to retrace back up and continue selling off, or it could also use it to actually continue the uptrend. Okay, it could use it to continue the uptrend. But in this case, it looks like GPUSD is not. I don't think it's going to use it to continue the uptrend. Okay, it's not gonna, because we had this supply zone up here, which price, you know, basically struggled to continue going higher. Okay, so now we have a bearish pattern that has printed in the chart, which now price now, in order for it to keep going higher, it needs to go back down. Okay, So that is basically why we are entering a short on the GBP USD, is because it broke out of this internal uptrend that it was in. Okay. So next on the line is USD JPY. Okay. Can you check DXY? Sure, I can take a look at that as well. So USD JPY, this pair here, when we were analyzing it a few days ago, the expectation was for it to come down to this buy zone here for us to take a long, but unfortunately it looks like the price didn't come there. It started selling off, but then it didn't continue. It instead ended up reversing and continued going higher. So this sell was a fail. And then our buy zone price is not even there yet. It never made it there. Now we can see where we can see where USD JPY is at. It's all the way up here. It has made it all the way to 148.78. So yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna just let me delete this. Okay. So let's basically reanalyze this. This buy zone here is still going to be, it's still going to work if price comes there in the future. Okay. So this buy zone 147.06, 146. If the market ends up coming back here sometimes in the future, it's still going to be a valid area to go long. Okay. But for now, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So let's reanalyze it. I'm going to just quickly go to the daily time frame just so we can see what is happening. Okay, we see that it went up, but we want to have an idea of where is the price actually going to. And to really understand that, we have to check the daily time frame. Okay. Good. So on the daily time frame for USD JPY, okay, number one, we want to see this is where the price is at. Okay, it's currently right here. This is the current daily candlestick. Now, what has been happening over the last couple of days is that USD JPY has been moving sideways. Okay, so a lot of candles consolidating between 146, okay, 146.50 and 148. Price was just consolidating there for the last, actually 1 month, not even a couple days. Okay, it's been at least 1 month. It's just been moving side to side. Okay, but this side to side movement basically started after price broke above this high 149. Okay, so 149.21. Once it broke above that, we now have this as a previous high, previous high low right here. Okay, and then price was going side to side, and then it came to the previous higher low, and then it used it to now bounce back up. Okay, so now price has used the previous higher high, or sorry, higher low to bounce back up. Now this is an uptrend. Okay, we have an uptrend right now that is basically playing out. Okay, and if this uptrend is going to continue, then the next thing that's most likely going to happen is that price is going to come back to this current high, where is at 150.80. Okay, it should come back to 150.80. I think this is where it's heading. It's going to come there, and then one of two things is going to happen. Either one, it breaks above it to continue going higher, or if it fails to break above it, meaning we get rejected, then it's going to come back down. Okay, so for now, based on what I'm seeing, USD JPY should be heading to 150, 70, 70, 80, around that area. Okay, on the left side here, we had a downtrend. Okay, this was a really strong downtrend that was playing out, and then the price actually did break out of this downtrend. Okay, as you can see how it was creating lower lows and lower highs. Eventually it broke out of this downtrend down here. Once we broke above this previous lower high of 143.32, we closed the daily candle above that. This is bullish. Now the next thing that also happened, it also broke the it broke the second it's actually right here. Yeah. So it broke the second lower high as well, which is also another massive bullish signal. So since we did that, now price is going to be going up. Okay, it has now completely changed the characters. So there's a very high chance that this current high is going to get broken, and then price is going to most likely revisit this current high. Okay, so for USD if you wanted to join this uptrend, the best area to have gone long is this previous higher low here. So this is 145.99. That would have been the best area for you to join the uptrend because it is in an uptrend right now. But price is not there yet. It has already left that zone and now it's heading towards 150. So at this point, what do? Well, you can either choose to chase the market at this point or go down to the lower time frame and look for a structure that is forming where you can look to enter, join the trend. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to the 1 hour time frame and just quickly check it. But for now, I think it's going to go up, and then it shouldn't come back down below this previous higher low. Okay, so this previous higher low is an area where it shouldn't come back down to. So if you're going to join it, let's say you want to buy right now, best area stop loss is around this area. Now this is a huge stop loss. This is over like 300, almost 300 pips approximately. It's a huge stop loss. So yeah, for USD right now, I wouldn't, since I missed the area where I would have entered, at this point I technically just wouldn't enter because it's right now it's in the middle, and whenever price is in the middle, anything can happen. It can either choose to go up, or some crazy news comes out, price can just come back crashing. Now if it does come back down, another good area to go long, okay, for USD I'm gonna mark it down for you guys. A good area to go long, this is just in case it comes here in the future. This is going to be another good area to go long. Okay, so that would be around 141.63 to be precise. If it comes at that area, then you want to enter long because it will end up bouncing back up higher. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set an alert at that area. Okay, so this is USD so now we kind of have a clear understanding as to where the price is heading. We can see that it is heading up based on the daily time frame. Now we are going to go back to the 1 hour to see good areas to potentially join this uptrend. Okay, so now on the 1 hour time frame, we have an uptrend. Okay, so we have a minor uptrend that's playing out. Yeah, so we have this minor uptrend that's playing out. We can now see that the previous high so the previous higher high is right there, and then higher low is right here. Okay, and the price is currently in the middle of creating a new high. It's creating a new high right now. So if you want to join this uptrend, the best place to join it would be when the price comes all the way down near this previous higher low. Okay, so the price comes all the way down here. This is going to be the good area to join the uptrend. Okay, so we need to be patient and wait. If USD can come down here at 147.68, that would be the best area to enter along. Okay, If it doesn't come there, then we just let the price do whatever it wants to do, because trying to go long where the price is right now is just way too risky. I wouldn't do it, even if I know that price could be heading here. But it's just, you always want to just enter at the best possible area. And in an uptrend, if you're trying to join the uptrend, the best area to join it is whenever price comes back down to the previous higher low or the second higher low. Those are two areas that you can enter an uptrend. And if we do have like we have a fair value gap, right? Once price creates a previous higher high, previous higher low, and then within that previous high, between that previous higher high and higher low, there's a fair value gap inside. You can look to enter a buy at that fair value gap. Okay, so in this case, for this USD JPY pair, we can see that we have a previous higher high and previous higher low. Now within this previous higher high and higher low, we have a bunch of fair value gaps. You can see we have a fair value gap here, 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 here. So since we have so many different fair value gaps, you want to look to go long at the last one. Okay, the last one is usually the best area to go long, because all these other ones will most likely not get respected. Price tends to usually push all the way down to the last one if there's a lot of them. Okay, so for USD JPY, that's basically the game plan here. Is we want to look long, but we don't want to go long right now. We want to wait for price to come down here, and if it does come, then we go long. If it doesn't, we just wait for a new structure to be formed. Okay, so far we have analyzed gold. Okay, we have analyzed gold, which is bullish. Okay, it is bullish, but then right now it's selling off. Okay, selling off, and then we're going to look to go long around 3,740. We've analyzed AUD USD. Okay, we've analyzed AUD USD, which is, for now, it is actually bullish. Okay, anticipating for the price to actually push back up to this current high 66.25. We've analyzed GBP USD, which is currently bearish. Okay, for GBP USD, it is currently bearish. We've analyzed USD JPY. Okay, so we've analyzed USD JPY. Give me a second, guys. So we've analyzed second USD JPY, okay, which is currently bullish, but the price is not yet at the area to enter the trade. And then lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is going to be the last pair on the list. Check the comment. Okay. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin, currently it's 113,000. Okay, it's been going up since yesterday's analysis. The target for Bitcoin is 117. Okay, 117,000 is where Bitcoin is supposed to get to. So if you took this buy on Bitcoin, congrats, you're currently in profit. Price has not yet hit the target, but it's on the way there. So if you're still in the trade, you can keep holding the trade. Okay, so for Bitcoin here, just a quick recap. It is currently in an uptrend. Okay, Bitcoin is currently in an uptrend, so the best trading opportunities for us to be looking for is currently buy. And the price of Bitcoin, we saw it coming to the area for us to buy yesterday. And yeah, so right now the target is that it should be going back up to 117. And then once it comes to 117, if it can break above that level, then it's going to be able to go back up to the previous all-time high, 124. Okay, and if it comes here and it breaks above it, the main target where Bitcoin is supposed to be going to is 145, around 144, 45,000. Hasn't gotten there yet, but eventually Bitcoin should get to that area, okay, based on the analysis that's, based on that's showing up on the daily time frame here. So I am currently bullish on Bitcoin. and you should be bullish as well. We're going to become bearish if the price of Bitcoin ends up breaking below this previous higher low here. If it breaks below 98,200, now Bitcoin is going to become slightly bearish. All right, it will most likely now drop down to 84,000 before it will now use that area to now continue going up. Okay, so this is an internal uptrend that we have on the daily time frame, that if it gets broken, then yeah, it will go back to this previous low, but nevertheless it's still going to be bullish, right? Price could still use this level here to continue pushing up higher. I don't think Bitcoin is going to break below 73,000. Okay, 73,000 is going to be an area that I don't think Bitcoin should come down at all. There's no reason for Bitcoin to come below 73,000 for now. The lowest it could probably go down to is, if we lose 98,000, then we're definitely going to come down to like 83,000. But if we don't lose that, it will now just stay above that and continue going higher. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. Right now, you want to look to go long on Bitcoin and then target 117 as your take profit. Okay, so we're done with the analysis. We've looked at Bitcoin, we've looked at USD, JPY, GBP, USD, AUD, USD, and lastly gold. Okay, so for gold, we're patiently waiting for it to come down to 3,740 to go long. Around that area, we're going to go long on gold. Okay, so we are done with the educational part. Okay, we're now finished with the educational part of this live. Now let's go what am I saying? We're done with the analysis part. Okay, we're done with the analysis part of this live, which actually was quicker than normal, than usual. So now we're going to switch to the educational part. Today we're going to be learning about trading psychology. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about because it is the most important part. Like, one of the most important part about trading is the psychological part. If you want to succeed in trading, you really need to work on your psychology. Okay, you really need to make sure you have control of your mind and your mind does not have control of you. Okay, and this can be easier said than done, but I believe if you become aware of some of the things, the thoughts, emotions that control you in trading, become aware of them, you will now have power over them. Okay, a lot of traders don't have this awareness, and this is one of the things that's really like destroying them in trading. Okay, so today we're going to become aware of what is a bit bad trading psychology, what is a good trading psychology that we all need to have. Okay, so let's start. I actually have a whole note here that we can go over. We're going to just quickly review this, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. And this is actually great. You can take note or take a screenshot of this, because these are all like super helpful tips and all that. Okay, so yeah, so you guys already know what is psychology, right? You already know what psychology is. It's basically something to do with your mindset and everything, how you feel, how you think, and all that, right? So in trading, one of the things that control people a lot is the psychology. Someone can be looking at the market, they have a good trading strategy and everything, they already know what they should be doing, but then because of their mind and their emotions, they tend to not follow what they said they would be doing. Okay, their mind and their emotion tends to have more power over them, and this is what puts traders in losses. They're just struggling. So if you can really fight your mind, you have to become mentally strong, emotionally strong, so that you can succeed. Okay, you really need to take control of it. Okay, so let's look at some of the characteristics of someone with a poor trading psychology. Okay, so number one, someone with a poor trading psychology makes emotional decisions. Okay, this person is usually fear driven. Okay, they tend to close their trade prematurely out of fear, because they're scared of losing. Okay, they're just scared of losing, and this is because they don't have a good risk management strategy. Okay, guys, what you want to do before you enter any trade, you need to always know ahead of time what you are going to lose before entering that trade. If you don't know exactly how much money you're going to lose, You may know exactly where your stop loss is going to be, where your take profit is going to be, but you need to know how much money would you lose if the trade was to go against you. If you don't know that, then don't enter the trade. Okay, a lot of one this is one mistake that I used to make whenever I was like in the newer in trading. I would just enter the trade, like, because the whole part of calculating pips and all that, it was like a whole long process. So I was like, oh, I don't even know, let me just enter this trade. And then I was more focused on the profit. I'm just looking at the chart, and then I'm just imagining where the TP is going to be going to, and that's all I care about. I don't really care about what I'm going to lose. So I just enter the trade, and I tell myself I'm going to calculate what I'll lose once I enter the trade. But this is not good, because what if you use the wrong lot size? You enter the trade and you use the wrong lot size, and that now, if the trade is to go against you, it's going to cause you to blow your account. So it's not good. Please, if you have a habit of just entering trades without really calculating how much money you're going to lose, without really knowing how much you would lose in case the trade hits your stop loss, then don't stop doing that. Okay, you should always get into the habit. Analyze your chart. Okay, don't enter the trade right away. Once you open your chart, you should never feel like, oh, let me just enter now, right? If you're feeling like entering now, it's not good. You need to plan your trades ahead of time, and then give it time to come to you instead of you chasing it. If you're entering now, it means that you are just chasing the market, which is not good. Okay. So yeah, next is greed. Okay, and other emotions. There's fear. Okay, fear is you have fear of losing, and then you have fear of avoiding to trade because of past losses. You tend to develop a lot of fear in even trading. Like, you no longer really trust your strategy and all that, and this is not good. So you shouldn't be letting your past losing trades to get you to lose confidence in your strategy. It's not good. You just have to remember that, okay, whatever mistake it is that you made, go and review it, and then try to make sure you don't repeat that mistake again. Okay? Because a lot of the time, it's not the strategy that caused you to lose your account. Or, I mean, a lot of the time, it's not the strategy that caused you to lose or to blow your account. A lot of the time, it's your poor risk management that actually cause you to lose your account and all that. So you have to go and review the mistake that you made. What was it? Did you use a way too high lot size? Did you open way too many positions than you should have? What was the mistake? Learn from that and make sure you don't repeat it again. Okay. The other emotion is greed. This is usually when people are like either making money already in trading, and then they feel like the money is not enough. So they tend to like want to hold the trade longer, hoping that they will make more profit, right? Which is not good. This also like is as a result of you not really knowing how much money you're going to make. You may know, okay, I know that I'm buying, you can look at the chart, say, okay, I know I'm going to be buying AUD USD here, and I know it's coming here, but you don't know, okay, from here to here, how much profit is it going to be giving you? You don't know, you have no idea. So you enter now. When you enter, and then when the price comes here, you realize that the profit is not that much. So you're like, you know what, I'm going to just keep holding it until maybe it goes up here so I make more money, which is not good. So what is the lesson here? Do not um do not be greedy in trading. Okay, always be satisfied, even if the profit is very small. Just be satisfied. If you want to make more profits, then guess what? It means you either have to increase your lot size that you're trading with, or you increase the number of pips. Okay, but increasing the number of pips has to do with your strategy. You don't just randomly choose. You don't just enter a trade and choose, okay, you know what, for this trade I want to make 100 pips. You don't just say you want to make, you have to see what the chart is showing you. Is the chart showing you that it's going to go up by 100 pip, like it's going to go your way by 100 pip or not? Because if it's not showing that, you cannot just decide that number of pips. You understand? So it's either you have to increase your lot size, or have a strategy that's going to give you more pips. Do you understand? Okay, and then lastly, the other emotion is frustration and revenge trading. This is when you feel like, okay, when you've lost a lot of money from trading and then now you feel so bad, you just want to make the money back quickly, and then by that, at this moment, you are no longer thinking smart, right? You're more thinking with your emotions because you just feel so bad, and then you tend to want to increase your lot size, and then you're no longer like following the trading strategy that you initially set in place. So this is not a good mindset to have, okay? If you've been in a losing streak, you've lost so much money, you just need to accept the loss. Just come in terms with, yes, I made a mistake. I blew my account, but it is what it is. This is the payments that I get for choosing not to follow my risk management strategy, for choosing not to follow my trading strategy. So yeah, I gotta pay for it. And now you have to reset your mind, like start afresh. Not have the mindset that you want to make back your loss. Because if you have that mindset of wanting to make back your loss, you are never going to make back that loss. You may make it here and there, but what you'll notice that you're actually going to be losing more money. So instead of thinking about making back the loss, just reset your mind and say, you know what, I'm going to just start afresh. Refund your account and try to be a lot more strict, okay? A lot more strict and a lot more disciplined, okay? So that is it. The next characteristic of someone with a good trading psychology is lack of discipline. Okay, discipline is super, super important. You have to discipline yourself in following your trading plan, following your risk management strategy, following your how do I say? Yeah, just follow your trading plan basically. Okay. If you lack discipline, it means that you have no trading plan. You just enter trade, you don't even know what strategy you're trading. Maybe you do know the strategy, but you're trading so many different things and you don't even plan ahead of time. You just come in the market, you look at it, just because you see prices going up, you think, okay, you know what, it's time to buy. And if you see price going down, you think, okay, it's time to sell. There's no plan, nothing. You have not planned nothing. You don't even know your stop loss, where your stop loss is going to be. You take profit, nothing. You don't even know what lot size to be using. You are just entering just like that. It is not good. Okay. So you want to break that habit. If you currently have that habit, break it. Break it, break it, break it. Plan your trade. The best time to be planning is usually during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. These are the times that you should use it to back test, back test, back test, back test, and be planning the trades ahead of time. Go and do a top-down analysis starting from the daily time frame, go down to 4 hour, 1 hour, mark out all the important zones, and then set out different scenarios. Okay, you want to set out different scenarios. Okay, if price comes here, then I'm going to do this. If it doesn't, then I'll wait for it to come here instead. And if it comes here, then I'm going to do this. And then you calculate, okay, this is the lot size that I'm going to be using if I enter this trade. This is okay, this is the number of pips I will be gaining from this trade if it goes my way. If it goes against me, this is the number of pips I'm going to be losing, and so on. Okay, so you have all these numbers figured out ahead of time, and then this will make it so that you are now prepared. Now, the only thing that you have to do is wait for the price to come to you, and this can take any time from an hour or more, couple days, depending on what strategy you're using. Okay, so let me see here. We have a few more. Okay. Let's go. Okay, so overtrading is another big, 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 big problem that shows that you don't have discipline. You shouldn't be trading so much, guys. Don't feel the need just because the Forex market is available for you to trade 24 hours a day from Monday to Friday. It does not mean that you need to use that entire 24 hours to be trading. All right, you need to have structure, a specific time where you be trading, and usually the best time is usually when during the sessions that's more volatile, like the New York session, London session. You want to be trading around those times because that's when the market is more active. You don't want to be trading during the time when the market is not really active, because it's going to take a while for the price to come to your take profit, and usually it's not really fun. Okay, so have a limit of number of trades that you would take per day. Is it one trade? Is it two, three? In fact, three trades, that's even way too much. If you have one or two trades a day, that's better than trying to take too much. The reason is because the more trades you take, the higher risk you're putting yourself of even losing money. Okay, because you will take one trade now and then you enter another trade the same day, you might have that risk of losing the profits you made from the first trade. So decrease the amount of trades that you're taking. Okay, limit it to at least one or two a day. Okay, another bad behavior that shows you have lack of discipline is constantly changing trading strategies. You have one strategy this week and then it will be doing well, but then next week, if the trading strategy just fails you one or two times, you end up getting discouraged and feel like, you know what, I need to go and learn another trading strategy. You just keep moving from strategy to strategy. This is not a good behavior. If you're doing this, you're never going to become successful in trading. You can never master it. What you want to do is if a trading strategy has failed you, you want to go and review that strategy and see what has it failed you. Maybe there's something about the strategy that you did not notice before. Okay. Usually when we're back testing, we're just focusing on the positive side of the strategy. We're just focusing on, okay, this strategy seems to be working, but we don't tend to focus on the times when it failed. We don't really look at when the strategy fails and what are the things that causes it to fail. So this is your time to actually go learn. So if the strategy caused you to fail, go back and look at your back testing, like back test again and see what are some of the things that can actually cause this strategy to fail. Okay, by doing this, it's going to make it so that you are becoming better and better every day. Okay. Next poor trading psychology characteristic is poor risk management. Poor risk management is if you have that, then it's going to affect your trading psychology. Okay. So what does this mean? It means that you are risking too much on a single trade, okay, or you are taking too many positions. Okay. In Forex, you're able to take more than one positions. And if you're doing that, this is not good risk management. Okay. If you're taking too much position, you should have in mind how much you're going to lose in case it goes your way. Or in case it goes against you. Okay. So you don't want to be risking too much. Know how much your account is, how much money you have in your account, and know how much you can risk of that balance. Usually the recommended amount is 2%. You shouldn't try to risk no more than 2% of your account size. Okay. 2% will ensure that you don't blow your account. Okay. And yeah, for me, I don't like taking too many positions on a like on a trade, like using the same setup. I don't like taking too many trades. I see a lot of traders that do that. I don't know how they're able to go by that, but I tend to like to just take one or two and then one to two positions and then that's it. That way I have peace of mind instead of you have so many positions and then now it's too much stress. So if you're a beginner, I recommend please try to just take one or two trades. Even one is better than more. Okay. No stop loss. If you're entering trades without setting stop loss, it's not good. You really need to set your stop loss because having a stop loss is going to make it so that you don't end up changing your mind, right? If you don't have a stop loss, you tend to now change your mind because when price comes to where your stop loss is supposed to be at, now you're going to be feeling like, oh, you know what, let me now move my stop loss maybe down to this place because I think, I still think price is going to go my way, but you just keep changing your mind, and stuff. But if you have a stop loss, price comes to the stop loss, then the trade is going to automatically close. You will lose money, but at least it's not going to be so much than what you had anticipated. Okay. So really train your self to set your stop loss. for you to be able to set your stop loss, you have to be comfortable with the amount of money that you're going to lose if the trade goes against you. If you are not at any moment comfortable, if that amount of money, if the price is to go against you and you lose that amount of money, it's making you feel some type of way. It's not making you feel good. It's going to like just affect you in some way, then it means you should not even place that trade. You need to decrease the lot size so that the amount you would lose will be less. Do you understand? So it's super important, set your stop loss, okay? And you want to set your take profit as well, okay? Yeah, set your take profit and all that. And one other thing I want to add here that's not here is make sure you are withdrawing your profit every single week, okay? Make sure you are withdrawing your profit every single week, because if you don't withdraw your profit, guess what? The market is going to take it back from you, okay? You are going to end up losing those profits. You're going to lose those profits. So every single week, by the end of the week, once you've made profits from trading, make sure you withdraw it and then start your account like your account with the initial balance that you had initially had when you before making those profits. For example, if you started with $100 and you were able to turn that $100 to 1,000, you have now $1,000 in your account. Then you want to withdraw that 1,000, not 1,000, withdraw the 900 and then leave the $100 in your account and then repeat the same thing. Now try to grow the 100 to 1,000 again. Okay. So once you now grew the 1,000 you grew the 100 to 1,000. Now withdraw the 900, and then this time you can try to increase the 100 to now 200, and then you repeat the process, okay? By doing this, number one, like I said, it's going to make it so that you don't lose your profit, because what tends to happen is whenever we are growing our account, we have made money and all that, and we can see how our account is growing. Now, when we enter trades, we're going to feel like, oh, we have a lot of money, so we can actually take on more risk. And by taking on more risk, it causes you to actually blow all the profits that you made, right? Compared to if you keep starting with the smaller amount that you had initially, your mind is not going to be thinking on taking on too much risk, because you can already see, okay, in your account, you don't really have that much capital, so you can't be exposing yourself too much. Do you understand? So please, if you have not been taking profit, if you have not been like withdrawing the money that you make from trades every week, start doing that. It's going to save you a lot. Okay, so because of time, we're going to stop here. I'm going to stop this class for today, and then we're going to continue again tomorrow. Okay, I have a lot more to say, but we will continue on tomorrow. Okay, so let's end it here for today, guys. Let's quickly look at our trades here. So what I can see, gold came down. Okay, it came down. Now this trade, the buy on gold actually ended up failing. Unfortunately, price came and broke below this low here. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, it happens. So now we're just gonna wait for the price to come down to 3,740. Then we can look to go long there. Okay, so starting from 3,740, from there between that and 3,727 is where we can go long on gold. And then we have AUD/USD, which nothing has happened here. GBP/USD, same thing, nothing has happened. And then lastly, USD/JPY, nothing has happened. Okay, so waiting for USD/JPY to come here for a long. GBP/USD, we are selling it. AUD/USD, we are gonna buy it because of where it is. It is at a good area to bounce back up. And then we already know about gold. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining today's live. I hope you guys learned one or two things and enjoyed it. If you're watching the recording of this live, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not yet subscribed. Also join my free Telegram channel so you can receive more trading education, trading signals, and all that. Okay, link is on the description box. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Take care. Bye for now, guys.